Result for Tommy.
Right.
It was an unfortunate result for Tommy. As we all know, Khurtsidze, if I can pronounce his name properly, he's a tough guy, very tough guy. You see, he's strong and comes to wear his opponents down. And unfortunately, Tommy's game plan just didn't work. He is Bill's mandatory, and we're looking to put that fight on in London on the 8th of July. 8th of July. And we've got to just finalise a couple of bits and pieces with his team, and hopefully we'll get it on.
Whereabouts in London will that be, Frank?
We've got two venues on hold. One is the Copper Box, and we're trying to get another venue, which is a bigger one. But obviously, we just want to get Bill out. Bill's been sitting around for a year now, being sodded around by different people who've agreed fights, and then they've not happened for various reasons. And whatever happens, he needs that fight, and hopefully, and don't want to be counting out chickens, he comes through that, he'll be in a fantastic position to actually fight in the unification.
All right, Bill.
Oh, mate.
What did you make of Avandtil Khurtsidze tonight?
Listen, to me, he's very readable. I mean, you can shut your eyes and hear him coming, but I just think that Tommy Langford just was planting his feet and letting his hands go a little bit too much, where I thought he should have been a little bit more up and on his feet, and making him miss, and because that fellow, he was tired and gassing. It was only the fifth round, was it? Fifth round? He was gassing. But listen, it's boxing. He caught Tommy with a good shot. He's not to be overlooked. He's not to be misjudged. He come to do what he does, win. He's won a few by knockout. He lives up to the name Mike Tyson, but it's very far in between. To be honest, I said it earlier on. He's Danny DeVito, the size of him. If I can't beat him, I don't deserve to be in these big unification fights. Simple as that. He's my mandatory. He's the one I've got to deal with. So get him out the way, and we'll see if Golovkin then can find his pen or one of the big ones.
Were you expecting to be Tommy Langford to come through this tonight?
I was 50-50 really. I mean, Tommy Langford, his art's not been tested. His chin, to be fair, has not been tested as of yet. And he's yet to have that big fight to deal with the pressure that if he would have won tonight, it would have been mandatory for a world title. That's all pressure. We got cut in the first round. And I'm sure he'll come again, but, I didn't really see much of this Khurtsidze, so I thought it'd probably be a 50-50. But when I watched the first and second round, I thought Tommy could win the fight. And I fancied him favourite from the third onwards until he got caught.
Frank, you must be bitterly disappointed not to be making Langford and Billy Joe, I guess, now. So.
Exactly, and actually, as Bill said, that's how I see the fight. I thought, he had the first round, second round, he was still there, but then I thought Tommy was sort of settling himself down and getting his jab going and moving. It weren't to be, and there would be nothing better than an all British or an all domestic world title fight. It would have been a fantastic fight, but that's business, that's show business, as they say. And at the end of the day, the fella come to the other guy's backyard and he won, and he done it in style. So now he's now got the shot at Bill.
Do you think the fight's a harder sell with it not being the all British world title fight that you discussed?
Well, I mean, if he was Bill's mandatory, and Bill was actually going to have to fight him. But what happened, as we said, was we had this Golovkin fight, and all the terms were agreed, and then Golovkin, after his fight with Jacobs, is not available now. In some ways, at least now the public know who he is. We'd be selling some guy from Georgia, and nobody would really know outside of the real boxing fans who he is. Now they know who he is.
Bill, do you get the fear factor from Khurtsidze? Having watched him tonight, does he inspire you to want to put on a full show and get to grips with him?
Listen, I think when you're world champion, every time you get in the ring is a fear factor, and especially my last performance, terrible, but not really. Nobody, to be honest, puts the fear factor in me. It's just I'm a fighter. That's what I like to do. He's good, he's strong, isn't he? That's all he's got. Take away his power, take away some swings. He's the only boxer I know who hasn't got a jab. So, it's one of them, not overlooking him or talking him down, because he's obviously very dangerous. But you know, that aside, a good-minded boxer, even Nassam Nadam, I think he beat him. He's a southpaw, he's a good mover, and I think he beat him comfortable. So I'm not going on that, but you know, if I come in right, I personally think in my own head that I'm the best middleweight on the planet, as long as I come in right 100%. So I don't see why I should be feared from him.
It was 7 years since he boxed Hassan Ndam, so he has sort of developed as a fighter since. He's been on a good run of wins.
He's got a lot of wins under his belt.
Yeah, you know, he's been in with some good men, hasn't he? So listen, like I say, I'm not here running him down, but I'm just picking my faults. There's plenty of good things I can say about him. He's a good puncher. He's got a good chin. He's will to win. He's very upfront. You know, he's the same. He's got plenty of bottles. So, you know, you put all that in, it makes a good fighter, and it showed tonight.
Coming back to Tommy a little bit, Frank, as well. Obviously, some ringsiders thought that the referee maybe stepped in that a little bit too early.
Not at all. No, the referee was spot on.
Tommy was very, very hurt. We see a lot of accidents in boxing, and to be honest with you, if it was a son of mine in there, I would shake the referee's hand and say good job, because
he got it spot on.
He did, yeah.
And we wanted, obviously, we want Tommy to win, but at the end of the day, his health is more important. And of course, he wanted to go on. Who wouldn't want to fight on? That's what fighters do, and that's what the referee's there, is to protect them from themselves. He was gone. He was wobbling. I don't think he fully recovered, and that fellow would have, the way he fights, would have jumped straight on him, and I think he would have taken unnecessary punishment.
Yeah. Obviously, Billy Joe as well. Triple G. How much does it rankle with you? You're not quite managed to get that fight over the line. Having, you know, he's been here as well, hasn't he? He's been to England as well. That's the strange thing about it, isn't it? But he doesn't seem to quite want to get it on with himself, does he? So
I think a lot of people look at me, I'm a belt, they look at my belt, think it's an easy target, you know, but I think deep down their own head they realise that I'm a nightmare for me stance, me, you know, what I bring to the table. I'm not one of them that stand in front of them and have a punch up, got a chin, touch me and I go over. I've got a good chin, I've got plenty of art, and I come to fight. And I also got probably one of the bestest boxing skills in Britain at the minute. You know, put that on display. There's not a lot of people want to go near that. You know, Eubank, Canelo, Golovkin, you know, he kept saying it was his dream fight. He's had his chance to sign it. He didn't. So now I'm put forward now, I'm a mandatory. I like to fight that. You know what? It might even do me good to fight him. You know, shake a bit of ring rust back off again. Get back in there. Get, you know, all some of my tools up. Get ready for the big one. It's a blessing in disguise, maybe. Not overlooking him. He's got to be beat. He's not going to come here and lay down. I know I've got to work hard to do that as well, and that's what I'm willing to do.
Bill, do you believe that Golovkin is waiting on the outcome of Canelo versus Chavez Jr. before he commits to his next decision?
Well, it's not about him committing to the next thing. Him committing. The one who's in the driving seat is Canelo. He's the big attraction in America, and at the end of the day, it's going to be his decision on what terms he wants to fight Golovkin on.
My opinion is that what Canelo is doing is he's using Golovkin's name as a draw for the for the Chavez fight. You know, they're saying if he comes through this, he's going to fight Golovkin. So people's watching that fight closely. Sue wins. It's a good fight, but what people need to realise, it was only 6 months ago that he vacated his WBC middleweight title instead of fighting him. So what's changed in 6 months? Not his bank account, definitely, because he's got plenty of money. Not his art, that's definitely for sure. Because let's face it, Frank can sit in and call me like everybody he's put in front of me. I've done, so I'm ready to fight. I've never said no to nobody. I'll fight anybody. And they say Golovkin's the best. I want to test myself. I'm 27 now. I want to be out of boxing time. I'm 30, 31. Let's see if I'm good enough to go on. If I'm not good enough to beat him, I'll get out the ring and shake his hand. But I know there's something inside me that I could definitely cause a big upset.
Watching the Danny Jacobs fight against Golovkin, was there anything that you saw that makes you confident?
Not really. There's stuff I seen years ago, you know, but I kept to myself. That I knew that he was, you know, an animal. But I said to people that I wanted 18 months to 2 years, not because I wanted to get better, because I wanted to mature a little bit. You know, not that I needed more experience. I've been to Olympic Games at 18 and, you know, boxed all around the world, 24 pro fights. I just wanted that, let him get that little bit more older and me get that little bit more stronger. And I believe that the time has come now. You can't beat time in boxing, and I believe it's my time.
This is Alex, who's from looking after Lou DiBella's Entertainment's representing him over here. So, as I say, we're talking about the 8th of July. Getting on over here, we've got some dots and I's and things to agree, and we will crossing T's to do. We'll get that done, and that's the date we want to go to the fight. Bill's ready to go, and that's where we are.
Well, let me just say first of all, and Khurtsidze will be up here in a second. I know you guys would rather hear from him than from myself. First of all, you know, this fight, the event itself, Khurtsidze versus Langford, was the result of a lot of collaboration. A lot of collaboration between Queensberry Promotions, between DeBell Entertainment, between Lou and Frank and myself and George, and you know, it was a lot of time and a lot of effort. And so I just want to thank first of all Frank and George and Andy and Bianca and Dan and everyone from Queensberry for putting this on, letting us come over here, giving us the chance, giving Khurtsidze the opportunity to shine. With regards to fighting Billy Joe, obviously we're the mandatory now, you know. So,
Congratulations, Jim. Congratulations.
Thank you.
just want to say, I mean, this was, you know, with regards to the mandatory, as Frank said, you know, there's some details to finalize. I know that on his end, you know, they made a deal to fight, Billy made a deal to fight Golovkin. I know that's something they still want to pursue, but obviously, you know, we came here to fight for the interim title. Avandtil came here to fight for the interim title because he wanted to be the mandatory challenger to Billy Joe. So I know it's an opportunity that he relishes. It was a great experience over here. Obviously, the result that we came here. And again, I just want to thank Frank and his entity for allowing this to happen. You know, having the sort of the collaborative spirit to make it happen. And look forward to working with him in the future on fights like this. So, you know, WBO interim champion, Avandtil Khurtsidze. And his trainer, Andre Rozier.
Gary,
Well done.
trainer too.
And Sergey.
Mike, Sergey,
And Mike.
Mike.
And Joseph.
Avandtil, I know your English is not
I
great.
know,
Can you just tell me the English you know, in the English you know, your thoughts on this evening?
Here, hold on.
Ah!
Sergey, come here, my man.
I will try.
Okay, please do. Do you want to come just behind me? 'Cause you had the camera shot there. Could you just relay to us Avandtil's thoughts on his performance tonight and how he did?
Расскажи свои вот, подготовки и форме своей физической. Ты был готов, как ты был готов? Всё, что...
Ну, я сделал то, что смог за это время, но я был готов. Я доценил этот соперник. Может, он меня смотрит, что я не сильный боксер. Я смотрел, что он хороший боксер технически. Я был готов за него.
So, have a good camp, have a good opportunity for him, so he do that, he watch many fights, he learn him, he know he work in the body, so he catch him, like left, all right. So you see how do that, so, and that's it, simple.
Okay. Can you also ask Avandtil for his thoughts on Billy Joe and, you know, the big fight they're going to have now?
With him?
Yes.
Насчет боя с ним ты готов?
Сегодня спросили.
Today?
Obviously he's got Billy Joe coming up as well. His
No,
thoughts,
he's a joke, you know.
Oh, right, okay.
Today,
You don't have a sense of humour in Leicester, so
вообще.
Ну, конечно, ну, я профессиональный боксер, это для меня это моя работа, конечно. Если не сейчас, буду для него готов, когда будет время озвучить, я буду готов.
Of course he ready. This is his job, so he come here for that.
Andre, your thoughts as well on your man and so on? What you said was going to happen happened, didn't it?
Well, basically, what we were watching, before this fight ever came to pass, I didn't know who Tommy Langford was. We had to do some studying, and I was telling my big brother Gary over there, I said, I don't know who this guy is. And he says, well, I'm going to look him up, and so on and so forth. And in my opinion, what we look forward to, being that we happen to house so many middleweights in our farm system, is this young man right here, who we've been looking to fight against with Danny Jacobs and Avandtil and Sergey, and the list can go on and on. But when Tommy came up, we started taking a look at him, and I said, well, I don't even think this kid should be in the ring with Avandtil, but it's an assignment. It's what's been put on the table, and we had to take advantage of the moment, and this was the end result tonight.
Okay, your thoughts on Billy Joe as well? You must have done a lot of studying in the same way for him.
Well, I mean, I saw Billy when he fought Andy Lee, and in my honest opinion, I know he's been suffering from some injuries, and it's rough in the game of boxing, and he hasn't fought a lot, and
That's what you think. I'm fighting in the pub every week.
okay, well, I'm gonna add each of the pub fights. I'll put 4 together, and that'll be another bout. But I really like to see, because he's a southpaw boxer, and when I was fighting, I was a southpaw fighter, and he needs to be fighting so he can stay sharp and relevant. He's a world champion, but if you don't stay busy, you get rusty. If you get rusty, then you lose, and that's the bottom line. So I'd like to see him actually stay busy so that when we do get in the ring with him, I don't want anybody saying, oh, well, you know, he wasn't boxing and this, that, and the other thing. I want him to be 150%, because I noticed in the article he stated that Danny showed him how to beat Golovkin, and he has more in his arsenal than Danny does. And I say that since I did get the chance to see you tonight, if that's the case, we could always get that dance going too.
Yeah.
We have great middleweights, and we're looking forward to making sure that we get in the ring and take care of the business.
Yeah.
And if you're saying that, I know you might come in and say that, okay, Avandtil, he won't be ready for you. These guys are coming. They're ready to...
Tell me this, is your man ready on July the 8th?
Of course.
Brilliant.
He's
Bring
ready
him
right
in.
now.
Bring
You want
it.
to fight him tonight?
Do you want to fight tonight? Because I'll tell you what I would do.
Very good.
No problem.
Let's go, man.
I would fight tonight. No problem about
Let's
that.
go, man.
He's ready
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah, so am I ready to go as well.
Anytime,
No,
man.
today waiting.
Anytime, anytime. Would you want to go today?
Yeah.
Would you want to go today? Would you want to go today? Would you want to go today?
He'll go. He's the wrong one
Would
to
you
do
want to
that
go
with.
today? Yeah. Would you
He's the
want to
wrong
go?
one to
Yeah.
do that
Yeah.
with.
Would you like to go today?
This is not the pub, and don't throw a shot at him.
Would you
Don't
like to
throw a
go
shot at him.
No,
Don't
would
throw a
you
shot
like
at
to
him.
go today? Yeah.
Don't throw a shot at him. Suicide.
Yeah?
You know, but
You'd like to go? Listen, you Americans come over here
We'll
talking
settle this
shit.
in the ring.
You Americans come over here
We'll
talking
settle this in
shit.
the ring.
But
We'll
you're
settle this in the
bullshit.
ring.
Your Danny DeVito.
We'll settle this in the ring.
Your Danny DeVito here will get danced around and
You
played
will
with.
settle this in
Your
the
man
ring.
will get
You
stopped
come
in
on
6
with it.
rounds. Every one of them
Middleweights,
over.
we have a whoop
You
your
are
ass.
full of shit.
Yeah, okay.
What? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? You're nobody. Lay your head down.
Shut the hell up.
Danny DeVito, you. Del boy. Del boy. Del boy, you Del boy.
Showman.
This, no Tommy Langford.
You
Billy
show-
Joe Saunders.
Oh, I know.
Yes, you know, yes, you know. See that big nose will get punched all over your face.
Oh, man. Oh,
Yes, see that? We're there. No, Nassam Nadam is a wanker and he beat you. I would dance ring man Nassam Nadam.
Langford say
You
yes.
dance ring around the guy you left. You're right down, you stupid
Relax,
looking
man.
bastard.
Piece of shit.
Look at Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson. Look at Mike Tyson. We've got a little monkey here. A little monkey man, chipmunk.
I'm monkey, yeah.
Hey,
Come on,
you
yeah.
are a monkey, yes. This here, man, is the only boxer I know. You should be ashamed.
Showman. Showman.
Your boxer ain't got a jab. You should keep
Showman.
He's still not his opponent out.
Showman.
Have your jab ready to go.
When he comes over here, I will show you.
Ready to go.
Listen,
You better have
you're
your
full of
jab ready
shit.
to go.
You're full of shit. You're full of shit. I'm talking to this man. You're full of shit. You're irrelevant. You're irrelevant. Look, I tell you what you can do. You can suck his cock. That's all you're good for. Sucking him off.
I know can speak English.
Yeah? Listen, this man don't talk. This man don't talk English. He talks shit.
You go right down, right
We'll get him in the ring.
down, man. Look, you pet, man. Look.
Look, fat man. But look at this man, middleweight champion of the world. Big nose.
Heavyweight, man.
Danny DeVito.
Heavyweight, man.
Hit me!
Let's go.
Okay, man. I have a son to beat him. He's shit. He's a bum. You're a bum. You are a bum. Look at me. Look at me. You're beat before you fight me. You're beat. Yes. You're beaten. You're beaten, man. You're beaten, man.
Show man, please look me.
You're beaten.
Look me, man.
Look at your nose. Big nose.
Look me, look me.
Who you vote for? Take him home, undress him properly and send him back to Georgia. Go back to Georgia. Go back to Georgia.
Go back.
Georgia, full of wankers. England, full of fighters.
Oh man. Brooklyn boy. I Brooklyn boy, man.
You Brooklyn boy, you Brooklyn bitch. That's what you are.
Sapo! Crazy Sapo! Hitman! Hitman!
See you in 10 weeks.
Big go, man!
You midget.
Go in!
Right, Alex, we're going to hit the road.
That's it.
That's it.
I think your boy Saunders is cursed to fight the Bell Entertainment fight at the end of time.